other than one single thing where you cannot really use the 3D features on Linux, so they found some way to get around that. Sony pushed a firmware update because they didn't want that, and they fixed it, so, well, but still nothing happened. But then Sony decided to release the Slim. So they claimed they don't want Linux, or they're not going to support Linux because they want to save money. Well, today we know that this is bullshit because Linux just runs on the Slim without any huge code modifications. So it was just something they claimed to do, but it's certainly not true. And after that, people actually started to care. And a few months later, GeoHot tried to break the hypervisor, which is going to be explained later. And Sony's reaction was to remove Linux. And then finally the jailbreak happened. And yeah, in the end, we're going to present some new hacks. And the PlayStation 3 is likely going to look like the Wii afterwards.
So, hi, my name is Michael Style, and I'm not actually part of those guys, but if you remember, there's been a console hacking talk for at least the last 8 years, every year. And every once in a while, I get a cameo in one of these talks because I look at the big picture, at the statistics about what's going on in the hacking space, and it's always the same thing I want to say, which is Linux is inevitable. Either you support Linux on your hardware, or it will be hacked, so it'll run sooner or later. Correlation is not causation, but I have some good statistics to back that up. So if you look at the devices, so this is the slide that I gave, that I presented 3 years ago in another one of these talks. These were the systems that were available at that time and the years when they came out. How good the security system was, so darker red colors means very good, very sophisticated, very complicated security system. And as time progressed, it got better, but the smaller systems still had weaker security systems because it just wasn't that easy to implement them in smaller space. This column shows you how long it took to have these systems hacked. And yeah, there's some correlation between a complicated security system and hacking the system. And the question is, why did it get hacked? And the statistics clearly show here that, except for the first one, the PlayStation, a very long time ago, all of them were always done for the sole purpose of running homebrew software, running Linux, just running your own code because you own the hardware. And there has always been that side effect of, well, if you open it, if you can run anything on it, you can run pirated games on it because the keys have leaked or the whole DRM system is just not in place anymore. But there's one here that is special. No, wait, let me first update the slide. So the iPad, same thing as the iPhone. Okay, so let's look at the PlayStation 3. This one is special because, well, the security system looks like it's kind of sophisticated, and as of, well, 3 years ago, or even a year ago, it was not hacked. But so this has changed. So now after 4 years, it has finally been hacked. And you could say it's got hacked for piracy, homebrew. I let those guys decide and argue on that. And of course, there's always the side effect. So piracy is possible, or was possible, whatever. But you could also look at it from another perspective, which is if you just assume that PlayStation